Welcome into Payroll Connected, Canada's first and only fully automatic payroll processing software. This video tutorial will give you a brief overview on how to schedule your employees for work and how to prepare a payroll. However, if you like the software and want to go into more detail, then at the bottom of every page within the software is a link called Watch Video Tutorials. When you click on this link, it'll bring you to a library of videos that will go into further detail on how to configure your company, set up your employee records, more information on how to use the scheduler, as well as payroll running and finalization. So if you try the software and you like it, be sure to click on the Watch Video Tutorials link at the bottom of every page within the software and view these tutorials to ensure that your company is configured correctly, and you'll also get more information on how to use the software effectively. You've selected that you would like to simply enter the number of hours an employee worked in a pay period. We do recommend that you keep some form of formal schedule with start times and end times to keep an accurate records for your own company. And do be aware that scheduling like this will not give you as accurate of calculations for certain aspects of payroll, for instance statutory holiday pay, but this still will give you a very accurate payroll compared to other softwares that don't follow the labor standards as Payroll Connected does. To get started, start by choosing the first day on which the employee worked. Then you can adjust either the departments or locations, and lastly choose the employee you want to schedule. Next, using the optional shift length calculator, enter in the amount of hours this employee worked in this period, as well as the number of minutes that they worked, and then choose the number of days that they worked within the period. Payroll Connected will automatically calculate the length of each shift as well as any remaining minutes. The shift length will automatically be put down in the shift length field, and down in the Add Shift to Check Days field, the correct number of days will automatically be selected. Notice that if we needed to move some of these days, for instance, let's say this employee worked on the Saturday, when we uncheck this checkbox, the number of days goes down, and when we select the Saturday, it automatically matches again. You'll notice down in the Add Shift to Check Days field that any date that you have selected up here is highlighted in green, and any statutory holiday is shown in yellow, so this makes it easy to adjust your schedules as needed. Then, when we click on Add Shift to Check Days, it will automatically add the shift length of 7 hours and 17 minutes to every day that we have checked, and it will automatically add the remainder to the first shift in the period. So for instance, this has been added as 7 hours and 20 minutes because it's 7:17 plus the 3 minutes remaining. All the shifts added in this method start at midnight and end at the hour count that we have selected. Here it shows you by default the daily view. The daily view gives you highly detailed information about all the shifts worked on this day for all the employees. You can easily edit and delete shifts here as well. Another useful view that a lot of people like to use is the employee view. Notice that when we click on employee view, the screen will refresh and show us what this employee's schedule looks like inside a calendar. Also note though that by default employee view will only show you the information for a single employee. Because of that, it automatically sets the filter to one employee. And even if we go back to the daily view, that filter will still be set. However, we can go back to viewing for all employees by clicking on the button, and it will now show us the schedule for all employees. So be aware of that. Let's go back to the employee view though. And here we have the schedule for an employee. Once again, we can edit or delete if we need to. And now that we have this shift entered in, we can go up to Management, Payroll Prepare, choose the pay period end date, as well as the date on which the employees were actually paid. And when we click on Submit Date, it automatically calculates this employee's pay slip as well as a timesheet. The timesheet is a detailed document that shows us every shift that the employee worked, gives us the hour count, as well as how much time is regular and how much time is overtime. It'll also tell you if they qualify for statutory holiday pay. Here we can see that the amount of time that we entered in for the entire pay period is absolutely accurate because it added that extra 3 minutes to the first shift. If we look at the sample payslip, you'll see how nicely detailed these are, with all the monies the employee earned on the left-hand side as positive numbers, and all the money being deducted on the right-hand side as negative numbers. It also tells them their net pay and detailed vacation information. If this payroll was correct, we can scroll down to the bottom, simply put a check mark stating that you've reviewed the payroll, and move on to finalization. From here, you can select if you want the payslips to be emailed to your employees, or else you can uncheck this box if you want to print them out yourself and hand them to your employees. Then when you click on Finalize this payroll, it will lock those schedules so they won't be included on any future payroll runs, and you're done. However, I think we should add another employee to this payroll. So all we need to do is go back to the scheduler, and we'll start at the same date, and we'll select another employee to schedule. In this case, this employee worked a full 80 hours over the 2 weeks and a full 10 days. And like that, it calculates the shift length to be 8 hours a day. And once again, it has selected all the days that we need, added the shift length down here. So when we click on Add Shift to Check Days, just like that, this employee's schedule has been created. And if we go back to Daily View and change the filter to All Employees, we can see both employees' shifts for this day. Now if we go back to Management and Payroll Prepare, and once again set the pay period end date and the employee's paid on date, you'll see that the new employee has been added to this payroll run. We can see their new timesheet here, as well as the other employees, and their new payslip here, as well as the other employees. So that makes it easy to add employees or make any changes to your payroll run and review it before you actually finalize your payroll. So that's all there is to using Payroll Connected to run payrolls. Simply schedule your employees for work, then do a payroll prepare and verify that it's accurate. If not, you can go back and make changes until you're satisfied, and then simply finalize the payroll run and you're done. Once again, if you like how Payroll Connected works, simply click on the Watch Video Tutorials link found at the bottom of every page to get further details about configuring your company, creating employee records, using the scheduler, and more information on finalizing payrolls. Thank you for watching this tutorial, and thank you for trying Payroll Connected.